Okay, Bismillah, we're live.
الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام الأتمان الأكملان على محمد رسول الله سيد الأولين والآخرين وإمام الأنبياء والمرسلين والشافع المشفع يوم الدين وعلى آله الطيبين وأزواجه الطاهرات أمهات المؤمنين وصحابته الغر الميامين ومن استنى بسنته واهتدى بهديه إلى يوم الدين. أما بعد، حياكم الله أيها الإخوة والأخوات إلى هذا اللقاء المتجدد من لقاءات الأحد. أسأل الله أن يجعلها أسباب رفعة وزيادة في العلم والإيمان لنا جميعا وزيادة الهدى، ونسأل الله أن يفتح علينا وعليكم بما يحب ويرضى. نعم.
Indeed, all praises are due to Allah, and may the most complete and full peace and blessings be showered upon the Prophet Muhammad, the leader of the first and the last, the Imam of the righteous, the one who gives the intercessor on the day in which the intercession is given. And may he the Most High also shower peace, salutations and blessings upon his noble companions, his pure wives, and those who follow them to the day of resurrection. I welcome you all, my brothers and sisters, to tonight's renewed lesson, our regular lesson for Islam for Deaf. And it's a lesson that I ask Allah the Most High to make a means of elevating us, a means of increasing our knowledge, a means of strengthening our iman, our faith, and a means of us being increased in guidance.
حديثنا في هذه الليلة هو عن هذا الأمر العظيم الذي ذكره الله عز وجل في كتابه العزيز، كما في سورة الأنعام. الله عز وجل ذكر لنا أمرا عظيما يحتاج منا جميعا أن ننتبه له وننظر فيه. نعم.
And we're going to talk about something of great importance in tonight's lecture. It's something that Allah the Most High mentions in the chapter Al-An'am, the chapter of the Al-An'am being the grazing animals. And it's something that we need to pay close and particular attention to.
هذا الأمر هو أشهر 4 أمر الله عز وجل المؤمنين فيها بأمر عظيم. نعم.
And this matter that we need to, or that we should pay particular attention to, is the fact that there are 4 sacred months. And this is something that's great with Allah, in the sight of Allah the Most High.
يقول الله عز وجل كما في آية سورة الأنعام، يقول الله عز وجل إن عدة الشهور عند الله في سورة التوبة، عفوا، في سورة التوبة في الآية 36، إن عدة الشهور عند الله 12 شهرا في كتاب الله يوم خلق السماوات والأرض منها 4 حرم ذلك الدين القيم فلا تظلموا فيهن أنفسكم.
And the verse is actually in the chapter of repentance, Surah At-Tawbah, and that's where it's the 36th verse of that chapter, where Allah the Most High says that which means, indeed the number of months with Allah is 12 lunar months in the register of Allah from the day He created the heavens and the earth. Of these months, 4 are sacred. That is the correct religion, i.e. the correct way. So do not wrong yourselves or oppress yourselves during them, i.e. during these months.
وفي الحديث أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال كما في حجة الوداع لما وقف في عرفات قال إن الزمان قد استدار كهيئته يوم خلق الله السماوات والأرض السنة 12 شهرا منها 4 حرم 3 متواليات ذو القعدة وذو الحجة والمحرم ورجب مضر الذي بين جمادى وشعبان رواه البخاري.
So we see in the hadith reported by Imam al-Bukhari, may Allah have mercy upon him, where the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, said, and he stated that there are 12 months, of which 4 are sacred. 3 of these are consecutive months, and they are Dhul Qa'dah, which you could spell, Tom, as Dhul Qadah, Dhul Hijjah, which is the second of the 4, which you could spell Dhul Hijjah, and then the last of the 3 consecutive, is Muharram, Muharram. And then outside of these consecutive, the 4th of the sacred months is Rajab, Rajab. And that's a narration that's been reported by Imam al-Bukhari, may Allah have mercy upon him.
ونريد أن نقف مع هذه الآية وهذا الحديث وقفات.
And actually we want to look and take some points of benefit in relation to this verse of the Quran and in relation to this hadith. وشيخنا الحديث من رواية أبو بكر فوجدته.
أي نعم، نفيع بن الحارث بن التلد الثقفي أبو بكر.
أثابكم الله. So the narration is on the authority of Abu Bakr, Abubakrah, not Abu Bakr, Abu Bakr, that the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, said, time has returned to its original order as it was on the day when Allah created the heavens and the earth. And then the bit that I mentioned, the year is 12 months, of which 4 are sacred. 3 consecutive months, Dhul Qa'dah, Dhul Hijjah, and Muharram, and Rajab of Mudar, which becomes between Jumada, Jumada, and Sha'ban, Shabban, and Jumada and Sha'ban being 2 other months.
لكنك ما قلت له رجب ومضر كيف تكتب.
But Rajab, أثابكم الله شيخنا, Rajab being Rajab and Mudar Mudar.
نعم، هذه الوقفات نقف الوقفة الأولى في قول الله عز وجل إن عدة الشهور عند الله 12 شهرا في كتاب الله. في كتاب الله أي اللوح المحفوظ، عدتها 12 شهر. ثم قال تعالى يوم خلق السماوات والأرض، يعني من بداية الخلق والله قدر أن تكون أشهر العام 12 شهرا.
So now we will look and take some points of benefit from the verse of the Quran that we mentioned and from the narration of the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, that we mentioned. So starting with the verse, Allah the Most High says that which means, indeed the number of months with Allah is 12 lunar months in the register of Allah. And here the register of Allah, it refers to the preserved tablet, which contains the divine decree of Allah the Most High. Then going back to the verse of the Quran, in the register of Allah, from the day He created the heavens and the earth, i.e., from the beginning of time, that this is what the months as they were created.
هذا ما جاء في الآية. وفي الحديث إن الزمان قد استدار، يعني رجع عاد. والعلة في هذا أن أهل الجاهلية كانوا ينقلون الأشهر الحرم من مكانها إلى أماكن أخرى، فيجعلون مثلا المحرم يجعلونه في صفر من أجل أن يستبيحوا تلك الحقبة من الزمن ليغيروا على بعضهم البعض، على بعض القبائل، فيسلبوهم أموالهم ويأسروا منهم. وهذا محرم، لأن الله جعل هذه الأربعة أشهر حرام القتال فيها.
And now we go to the narration of the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, where he said, time has returned to its original order. And the meaning of this is that it is returned as it should be, and it's returned as it was. And this is because the people of ignorance in the pre-Islamic period of Arabia, they changed the sacred months. So they changed them and they manipulated them so they could amass wealth and so they could do what they wanted to do during them. So for example, they changed the month of Muharram, they changed it to the month of Safar, S-A-F-A-R, meaning that they changed the status of Muharram as a sacred month, and they transferred that sacred status to the month of Safar. And they did this because they wanted to loot and pillage other tribes of their wealth. And this was something, looting and pillaging and taking others' wealth was something that was prohibited within the sacred months. So they wanted to break the months up so they could act as they wanted during them.
وقوله صلى الله عليه وسلم منها أربعة حرم ثلاث متواليات، أي تتبع بعضها بعضا، ذو القعدة وذو الحجة والمحرم. وذو القعدة وذو الحجة من أشهر الحج، فهي أشهر حرم لا يحل القتال فيها، وهي أشهر الحج أيضا لها فضيلة عند الله عز وجل.
And then the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, said, the year is 12 months, of which 4 are sacred. 3 consecutive months, Dhul Qa'dah, Dhul Hijjah, and Muharram. And these 2 months, the 2 months of Dhul Qa'dah and Dhul Hijjah, these have the status that they are sacred months, but in addition to that, they are the months during which the Hajj pilgrimage takes place. So they have an extra virtue due to that.
ذو الحجة يعني شهر ذو القعدة ليس له عمل إلا الحج، ويضاف عليه ما جاء في الآية بخصوص الأشهر الحرم بقوله تعالى فلا تظلموا فيهن أنفسكم. سنتكلم على معنى هذه الآية. لكن ذو القعدة ليس له عمل خاص به، وإنما هو من أشهر الحج. فمن كما قال الله عز وجل الحج أشهر معلومات فمن فرض فيهن الحج فلا رفث ولا فسوق ولا جدال في الحج. فهو منذ أن خرج حاجا ينبغي أن يجتنب هذه الأمور إلى أن ينتهي من حجه. ولا يعني هذا أنه بعد الحج يحل له الفسق وغيره، لا، بل ولكن في هذه الأشهر، أشهر الحج، يتدرب على معالي الأمور ومعالي الأخلاق وعلى العفو وعلى الصفح وعلى الجود والكرم وعلى البر والتقوى. فإذا خرج من هذه الأشهر كان طاهرا نقي القلب.
And the month of Dhul Qa'dah, this is a sacred month that is one of the months of Hajj. And this is a month that there are no other specified or legislated actions, save that it is one of the months of the Hajj pilgrimage. And this is as Allah the Most High says, indeed, the months of Hajj are months that are known and prescribed. So whosoever wants to make the Hajj, then let them not carry out any illegal statements or any illicit statements or illicit acts or sin with this meaning, the verses. And the meaning of this, isn't that once the individual completes the Hajj or once the months of Hajj have passed, that these things then become permitted for the individual. Rather, it's an emphasis that these acts should not be done so that the individual can focus on being more patient, being a better person, being closer to Allah, being more pious, so that they can exit the months with a purer heart.
والنقطة الثالثة هي في أن شهر ذي الحجة مع أنه من الأشهر الحرم التي أمرنا أن لا نظلم أنفسنا فيها، إلا أن له أعمال، منها ما جاء في الحديث أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال: ما من أيام العمل الصالح فيهن أحب إلى الله من هذه العشر، أي عشر ذي الحجة الأولى. فقال قالوا: ولا الجهاد في سبيل الله؟ قال: ولا الجهاد في سبيل إلا رجل خرج بنفسه وماله ثم لم يرجع من ذلك بشيء.
As for the month Dhul Hijjah, this is a month, again, that we are ordered not to oppress ourselves by sinning, etc. in. But in addition to this, there are legislated additional acts of worship. As the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, indicated in the narration where he said, there are no days which are more beloved to Allah than these 10, i.e. the first 10 of Dhul Hijjah. And the companions asked, not even someone who goes out and fights in the way of Allah, and the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, said, not even someone who goes out and fights in the way of Allah, except for one who does so and sacrifices his life and his wealth, and he doesn't come back with any of that.
وهذا الشهر، شهر الحج، فيه الأعمال الصالحة التي أعلاها الحج والوقوف بعرفة لمن كان حاجا، ولغير الحاج صوم يوم عرفة فإنه يكفر السنة الماضية، وأيضا فيه صلاة العيد وذبح الأضاحي، وفيه ذكر الله في أيام التشريق، يوم العيد و3 أيام بعده. نعم.
In addition to this, there are virtuous actions and righteous deeds within this month. And the most virtuous of them is the Hajj pilgrimage in and of itself. And as a part of that, the standing on the plain of Arafat during this rite. And for those who are not present and not performing the Hajj, then they're fasting on that day, on the day where the people stand on the plain of Arafat. And also on the day of Eid, there is the ritual and the worship of slaughtering and sacrificing for Allah the Most High. And also the act of remembrance, the glorifying of Allah and the deeming of Allah to be great, as we do during those days on the day of Eid, and then the days of Tashriq, which you could spell, Tom, Tashrreq, and they are the 3 days following Eid.
بعد ذلك يأتي شهر الله المحرم، وهو شهر عظمه النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم بتعظيم الله له، فقد جاء في الحديث أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال: أفضل الصلاة بعد المكتوبة صلاة الليل، وأفضل الصيام بعد رمضان صيام شهر الله المحرم.
And the next of the months is the month of Muharram, Muharram. And the virtue of this month was indicated by the statement of the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, whereby he said, indeed the best prayer after the prescribed prayers and the obligatory prayers is the prayer that is the night prayer. And the best fasting after the fasting in Ramadan is the fasting in the month of Allah, the month of Muharram.
وفوق ذلك فإن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم أخبرنا بأن في محرم يوم من صامه فإنه تكفر سيئات سنة ماضية وسنة باقية، وهو يوم العاشر من المحرم، فإذا أضاف إليه يوم التاسع كان خير.
وشيخنا الصيام العاشر يكفر الماضية والمقبلة كذلك.
صيام العاشر صوم يوم العاشر نعم يكفر سنة ماضية، أو عرفة يكفر سنة ماضية وسنة باقية، وعاشوراء يكفر سنة ماضية.
أثابكم الله شيخنا. And on top of this, the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, told us that the individual who fasts on the 10th day of Muharram, that this will expiate their sins for the previous year.
نعم.
نعم شيخنا. والتاسع كذلك يصام؟
أي هذا أفضل، لأن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال: لئن بقيت لقابل لأصومن التاسع والعاشر.
أثابكم الله. And also it's recommended that the individual fasts in addition to the 10th, the 9th as well, because the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, said, indeed my intention is that if I'm here next year, if I'm alive, I will fast on the 9th in addition to the 10th.
هذا بالنسبة لشهر ذي القعدة وشهر الحج وشهر الحج وشهر الله المحرم. الذي بقي معنا هو الشهر الذي نحن فيه اليوم، شهر رجب.
So this is as relates to the three of those months, the month of Dhul Qa'dah, Dhul Hijjah, and Muharram. As for what we're going to talk about now, then this is the month that we are in now, which is the month of Rajab.
وهو الذي قال عنه النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم وسماه برجب مضر، ومضر قبيلة من قبائل العرب كانت تحترم الأشهر الحرم وبالذات رجب، فلا تنقله إلى غيره ولا تستبيح حرمته.
And the name of this month is Rajab al-Mudar, R-A-J-A-B A-L-M-U-D-A-R. And the reason it's called that is because Mudar, M-U-D-A-R, were a tribe who at the pre-Islamic period, they used to hold this month in high esteem. And they weren't like the others. They did not move the sanctity of this month. Rather, they kept the sanctity of this month as it should have been kept.
رجب يحدث الناس فيه بدعا كثيرة لا يحدثون مثلها في غيره من الأشهر الحرم.
And within this month that we are in, the month of Rajab, many people innovate and introduce foreign acts of worship that they do not within the other months, the other sacred months.
من هذه البدع التي يحدثونها بدعة في أول ليلة جمعة منه، يصلون صلاة بين المغرب والعشاء يسمونها صلاة الرغائب، 12 ركعة، يقرؤون بعد الفاتحة من كل في الركعة الأولى سورة القدر، وفي بعد الفاتحة في الركعة الثانية يقرؤون سورة الإخلاص، يكررونها في كل هذه الصلاة، ويقرؤون بطريقة على غير ما هو معروف وثابت عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم والصحابة. وهذه البدعة وهذه الصلاة التي يسمونها صلاة الرغائب لم يثبت بها دليل عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم، بل إن الحديث الوارد فيها حديث مكذوب على النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم، كما قال شيخ الإسلام ابن تيمية وغيره.
And one of the things that they introduce, one of the acts of worship that they introduce in this month is what is called the prayer of Al-Raghaib, R-A-G-H-A-A-I-B. And this is a prayer that they offer on the first night of Friday of the month of Rajab. And it's a prayer that they offer between Maghrib and Isha. And it's a prayer that has 12 units. In the first rak'ah, in the first unit of the prayer, after reciting the opening chapter, they then recite the chapter of the pre-decree, Surah Al-Qadr. And then in the second unit of prayer, after reciting the opening of the book, they then recite the chapter of sincerity. And they do this for 12 units of prayer in total. And this is something that they do in a way that is in contradiction to the guidance of the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, and his companions, because this is a practice that isn't established upon him, peace and blessings be upon him, nor upon the companions. Rather, there is a narration about it. However, it is a fabricated narration, as was said by Shaykh al-Islam ibn Taymiyyah and other than him.
ومما أحدثه الناس في شهر رجب تخصيصه بصيام، فيصومون فيه بقصد تعظيمه. ولذلك كان عمر رضي الله عنه يضرب أيدي الناس، أيدي الرجبيين الذين يصومون، كان يضرب على أيديهم ليضعوها في الأطباق التي فيها الطعام ليأكلوا، وكان يقول لهم كلوا فإنما هو شهر كان يعظمه أهل الجاهلية. رواه ابن أبي شيبة ورواته ثقات.
شيخنا ذكر كلوا فإنه شهر كان يعظمونها أهل الجاهلية.
يعظمه أهل الجاهلية.
And another one of the innovative acts of worship that they introduce within this month is to single it out and fast during the month. And that is when they fast with the intention of glorifying the month and magnifying its greatness. And the companion of the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, Umar, may Allah be pleased with him, he used to beat or hit the hands of the people to encourage them to eat during this month. And he would, the people who are fasting during the month, who he would call, or who were called, the Rajabiyin, Rajabiin, Rajabiin. So he would encourage them to eat during this month, and he would say to them, eat, for indeed this was a month that the people of the days of ignorance, they used to deem it to be a holy month. And it's reported by Ibn Abi Shayba, and its narrators are trustworthy.
ومن البدع في هذا الشهر بدعة الاحتفال بليلة 27 منه، بدعوى أنها ليلة الإسراء والمعراج التي أسري بالنبي صلى الله عليه وسلم فيها إلى بيت المقدس وعرج به إلى السماء. ولم يرد حديث لا من طريق صحيح ولا من طريق ضعيف ولا من طريق مكذوب في شأن تخصيص هذه الليلة، ولو ثبت أنها هي عينها لم يجز أن تخصص بقيام ولا يخص يومها بالصيام، لأن ذلك لم يرد عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم ولا عن أصحابه.
And another one of the innovative actions during this month that have been introduced is the celebration of the 17th night of this month, with the claim that it is the night where the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, made the night journey and the ascension to Allah from Jerusalem, from the Bayt al-Maqdis. And this is something, this belief, it has no chain of narration, not authentic, nor weak, nor fabricated. So there is no basis for it at all. And even if it did have a basis, then to worship on it on this night, and to establish the night as a night of prayer, it has no basis, because the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, and the companions never did this, and they never commemorated the night in this fashion.
ومن المحدثات والبدع التي أحدثها الناس في شهر رجب اعتقاد فضل العمرة فيه، فإن هذا لم يرد فيه نص.
And another one of the innovated beliefs that they have as relates to this month is the belief of the virtue of the lesser pilgrimage, the Umrah, UMRAH, in this month.
وبالجملة فإنه لم يثبت شيء في خصوص شهر رجب ما عدا أنه من الأشهر الحرم.
So, as a summary, there is nothing specifically reported about the virtues of the month of Rajab, except that it is one of the sacred months.
قال الإمام ابن رجب في كتابه إبطال العجب في ما جاء في شهر رجب، قال: روي بإسناد لا يصح عن القاسم بن محمد أنه قال في شأن ليلة الإسراء أنها ليلة 27، قال: وأنكر ذلك إبراهيم الحربي وغيره، وإبراهيم الحربي من أئمة أهل الحديث.
The scholar of Islam, the Imam Ibn Rajab, IBN RAGAB, he mentioned that it has been reported through a chain of narration that is not authentic, on the authority of Qasim bin Muhammad, something about the night of the ascension of Allah the Most High, the ascension of the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him. And this narration, it was rejected by the scholar of Islam, Ibrahim al-Harbi. And Ibrahim al-Harbi was from the greatest scholars of hadith.
نعم. وقال ابن القيم رحمه الله تعالى في كتابه المنار المنيف، قال في الصحيفة 96: كل حديث في ذكر صيام رجب وصلاة بعض الليالي فيه فهو كذب مفترى.
The scholar of Islam, Ibn al-Qayyim, he mentioned in one of his books, Al-Manar al-Munif, on page 96, he said that every narration about fasting and praying, specifically within the month of Rajab, is a fabricated lie.
وقال الشيخ الإسلام ابن تيمية رحمه الله تعالى: الأحاديث المروية في فضل رجب بخصوصه أو فضل صيامه أو صيام شيء منه أو فضل صلاة مخصوصة فيه كالرغائب كلها كذب مختلق، كما في كتابه منهاج السنة النبوية المجلد 7 الصحيفة 433.
And also his teacher, the scholar and Imam Shaykh al-Islam ibn Taymiyyah, he mentions that all of the narrations that mention Rajab specifically, in terms of its virtues, or praying during it, or specifically fasting during it, all of them are fabricated and made up. And he mentions this in his famous book, Minhaj al-Sunnah al-Nabawi, and that's volume 6, page...
سبعة.
Volume 7, page 433. ثابكم الله شيخنا.
جميل. وإذن ما الذي يبقى من العمل في شهر رجب؟ نقول الذي يبقى هو الذي جاء في الآية من سورة التوبة لقوله عز وجل: إن عدة الشهور عند الله 12 شهرا في كتاب الله يوم خلق السماوات والأرض منها 4 حرم ذلك الدين القيم، قال: فلا تظلموا فيهن أنفسكم. فالذي بقي أن نتحفظ عن الظلم، ظلم العبد نفسه بالشرك أو بالبدعة أو بالمعصية كبيرة كانت أو صغيرة أو بظلم الناس. فينبغي أن تشتد عنايتنا في هذه الأشهر ال4 في البعد عن الظلم بكافة صوره وأنواعه.
Well, having said this, what remains for us and what remains during the month of Rajab? What are we to do? So for this, we refer back to the verse of the Quran that we started with. Indeed, the number of months with Allah is 12 lunar years in the register of Allah, from the day He created the heavens and the earth. Of these, 4 are sacred. That is the correct religion. So do not wrong yourselves during them. So this is what is upon us. We should not wrong ourselves during this month. And to wrong ourselves is to oppress ourselves by performing sin, by performing disobedience to Allah the Most High, by sinning and transgressing towards others. So we should refrain from all of these things during this month.
ولعلنا نكتفي بهذا القدر، ونسأل الله جل وعلا أن يجعلنا وإياكم من أهل الإيمان، أهل التوحيد والسنة. نسأله عز وجل أن يجعل أعمالنا كلها صالحة ويجعلها لوجهه خالصة ولا يجعل لأحد منها شيء، وأن يستعملنا وأن يجعلنا من أهله وخاصته، ويستعملنا على الدوام في طاعته، وأن يؤهلنا لدخول جنته. وأن يغفر لنا ذنوبا أثقلتنا في المسير إليه ويتجاوز عن سيئات حجزتنا عن القدوم عليه وأن يغفر لنا ولآبائنا وأمهاتنا وأن يصلحنا ويصلح نياتنا وأزواجنا وذرياتنا إنه سبحانه وتعالى ولي ذلك والقادر عليه. وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه.
أثابكم الله شيخنا. آمين آمين. And we will suffice with this what we have put forward, and we ask Allah the Most High to make us from the people of faith, from the people of Tawheed, the oneness of Allah, from the people of the Sunnah, those who follow the example of the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him. We ask him to make us from those whose actions are sincere. They sincerely seek Allah's face and his reward and his pleasure. And we ask him not to put any of our actions or make any of our actions for anybody else other than he. We ask him to protect us upon this way and to keep us firm upon his way. We ask him to make us from the people of the Jannah, the people of the paradise, and to forgive us our shortcomings and our mistakes, and also to forgive our mothers and fathers, and to rectify our husbands and wives, and rectify our children, for indeed he is the one who is capable and all able to do this. And may he shower peace, salutations and blessings upon the Prophet Muhammad and upon his family and companions to the day of resurrection.
أعتذر فاتني شيء واحد بقي يجب أن ننبه عليه، وهو أن ثم دعاء منتشر يظن الناس أنه حديث عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم، وهو قولهم اللهم بلغنا اللهم بارك لنا في رجب وشعبان وبلغنا رمضان، فإن هذا لا يصح عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم بل ولم يثبت ولم يأتي.
اللهم باركنا في رجب
اللهم
وشعبان.
بارك لنا في رجب وشعبان وبلغنا رمضان، هكذا يقولون.
And there is an addendum to tonight's talk, and that's where the Sheikh said that there is a supplication that the people make that is famous upon the tongues of the people. So many people say it. However, it is a supplication that the people think to be a narration of the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, but this is not the case. And it's where people say, and I'll say it in Arabic, well, the Sheikh has already said it in Arabic, but I'll say it again in Arabic, and then I'll translate it, because the people do say this as a greeting. Allahumma barik lana fi Rajab wa Sha'ban wa ballighna Ramadan. And this means, O Allah, give us your blessings during the month of Rajab and during the month of Sha'ban, and enable us to reach the month of Ramadan. So this is a supplication that people say is a hadith, but in actual fact, it has no basis.
نعم، نسأل الله أن يوفقنا وإياكم وأن يبارك في أعمالنا وأعمالنا. وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه.
We ask Allah the Most High to accept from us, and may he shower peace and salutations and blessings upon the Prophet Muhammad and upon his family and companions to the day of resurrection.
Jazakallah Sheikh. Jazakallah. Jazakallah. Tom, may Allah guide us and guide you. We're going to be continuing, inshallah, with the next couple of weeks before Ramadan, with the explanation of Ramadan and the importance of Ramadan, and plus the blessings and benefits that we can get from Ramadan, inshallah. So we're going to be highlighting these topics, which is very important, and it's also a good reminder for us as well, inshallah, so we can prepare for the coming month. Also, inshallah, for the deaf community, we're going to be having the Taraweeh in sign language, in British Sign Language, in Milton Keynes Masjid, inshallah. You can get more information from the website, the Islam for Deaf website. We usually had the Taraweeh in Regent's Park Road, but inshallah this year and moving forward, we're going to inshallah have it at the Milton Keynes Masjid. I will give you the details look for the details online, inshallah, and we'll be advertising it on our website, islamfordeaf.co.uk, as well as social media, inshallah. So jazakallah khairan, and we'll see you again, inshallah, next week.
Inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Assalamu alaikum.